What kind of reputation do car salespeople have? Pushy. What are some other words people use to describe salespeople?
Aggressive.
Satan, aggressive, liars,
Jackass.
Jackass. Well, we could come up with a lot of words, most of them not very complimentary. Okay? So what I said earlier, I meant the quicker someone perceives you to be a human being, the more likely they are to buy a car or a truck from you. The quicker you can get rid of the car sales, the stereotypical car salesperson stereotype, the more likely you are to help someone buy a vehicle. And I know salespeople that literally meet and greet and say, look, I'm not going to sell you a doggone thing. You've done your research. You have a good idea what you want. You didn't show up in Scottsboro, Alabama because you needed someone to sell you something. Will you let me help you buy a car or a truck today? Most of them they're gonna look at you like you got four eyes. What? Where am I, Walmart? But the quicker you can distinguish yourself as a human being and not a car salesperson, the better off you are. In the digital era, customer rapport rules the day, which is sort of an oxymoron. I mean, you would think that with everybody doing all their research on the internet, rapport would be less important today than ever before. But rapport isn't less important. Now, if you're shopping Carvana or Vroom or CarMax, rapport isn't going to be as important because those customers are flat out looking to avoid the perceived mythical dealership experience. And it's not always mythical either. I know lots of stores where it's still hell to buy a car. I know lots of stores where I wouldn't send, I'd send someone I hated there. I wouldn't send anybody I liked there to buy a car or a truck. And there's more dealerships out there like that than I cared, than I wish. I keep thinking that the industry is changing and it's becoming better. There's more stores like this one. Again, I've got the luxury of working with some of the finest stores in the country, like I said earlier, and most of them are creating a much better experience for the customer now. But there's still those out there that are treating them just the way we treated people back in the 70s and 80s, and it wasn't pretty. That being said, building rapport with the client in the digital era is also more complex than ever before. Because think about this. Here, they've already probably had a decent experience with the BDC or they wouldn't be coming here, right? Okay, so they think they built a relationship with the store, but they're not going to see the BDC person when they get here, are they? No. Okay, so that's going to throw some customers for a little bit of a loop. Okay, they talked to Angie on the telephone. Angie built the rapport with them. Angie set the appointment, but now they're going to meet Dylan. Dylan quickly morphs into the, oh no, he's a car salesman category. So building rapport is going to be a little bit more difficult, but certainly not impossible. People are finding your company through a variety of methods and platforms, yet they expect extreme personalization. It's hard, but hard doesn't mean impossible. What is rapport? A rapport is a connection or relationship with another person. It can also be defined as a state of harmonious relations with an individual or group. Building rapport can be defined as the process of developing a connection or relationship with another person. Okay? So we need to build rapport. How do you build rapport?
Treat somebody like you want to be treated, just talk to them.
Stephen? No, because how do you know how I want to be treated? You just talked about the golden rule right there. We all grew up with the golden rule. We were taught it in school, we were taught it in church. Treat others like you would want to be treated. Well, I think the golden rule has probably ruined more marriages and relationships than any other rule in the world. Because how do I know how an individual wants to be treated? And the answer is I don't.